We're back and we're ready for more action here from the space at Westbury. A catchweight, 140 pounds, Freddie Cardenas and Tavarov.
Ladies and gentlemen, your next bout is three 3-minute rounds and a 140-pound catchweight. Brought to you by Icon Kitchen and Cocktails, the official after-party spot for Triton Fights, number 13. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Tavarov.
21 years young, Tavarov, fighting out of Philadelphia, the Fighting City. Talking to him yesterday, Dave, I said, what do you want to get out of this? He says, title shot.
It's pretty ambitious. You know, coming in here with a plan. I don't know if one fight is going to get him that, you know, but at least he's a man on a mission.
Yeah, we know what he wants to do tonight. He wants to go in there and perform well. He wants to make a statement. He wants to impress not only the judges, but impress the powers that be here at Triton Fights.
Starting with us, huh?
I mean, I was impressed. I said, hey, man, that's why we fight, right? You want that title. You want the glory. Tonight, you can expect a lot of ground game from him, a lot of ground and pound. Worked on kicks as well.
Davoud, we've seen him in the Triton cage before. No stranger.
Yeah, he's 1-1 in his young career.
No, 1-1, young into your career. You know, I don't know that this particular fight is going to get him a title shot straight away, especially in this division. You got a lot of competition here. But again, I like a guy with a roadmap. I like a guy who's set out to accomplish something. That's why we're in this sport. You're in the sport to be the best.
Absolutely. As we move forward with the action here, Freddie Cardenas is going to make his way to the cage.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, Freddie Cardenas.
Emerging from the smoke is Freddie Cardenas, 2-0 in his young career, fighting at a 5-borough fight house. Represents Bushwick, Brooklyn. Shout out to Bushwick.
Shirt is already off. He came out without his shirt on. He is ready to go.
Reminds me of Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson used to walk to the ring with like a dripping in sweat.
I see.
Sometimes a towel, but not.
Triton Fights 170-pound competitor Alex Brown in his corner. Alex always bringing exciting fights to this cage.
Right. When I talked to Freddie yesterday, I said, "What can we expect from your fights? What's your camp like?" He goes, "I train with Alex Brown," and that was it. I was like, "Well, okay. So athleticism. We can expect some fireworks. We can expect a lot of explosive combinations."
If he's fighting anything like Alex, this fight's going to be nothing but fireworks. And if that's the case, I would love to watch some of their sparring sessions.
Absolutely. 5-borough fight house where Cardenas trains at. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape here for our catchweight bout. Freddie Cardenas 2-0, has a 2-year age advantage over Tavarov. Both fighters relatively the same height and weight. Should be a great one here, 140 pounds. Let's throw it up to the center of the cage. Cyrus Fees will get this one official.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3-minute rounds at a 140-pound catchweight, brought to you by Icon Kitchen and Cocktails. Introducing first, the fighter in the blue corner, standing 5'6" tall, weighing in at 139 pounds, coming in with a record of 1 win and 1 defeat. Fighting out of Discipline MMA, Philadelphia, PA. Make some noise for Davoud Tavarov. And now his opponent, Standing across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5'6" tall, weighing in at 140 pounds. Coming in with a record of 2 wins and 0 defeats. Fighting out of 5 Borough Fight House, Brooklyn, New York. Make some noise for Freddie Cardenas. Your referee when the cage door closes is Chris Molina.
Second bout of the night, catchweights. Freddie Cardenas in the red corner, black trunks with the gold piping. Tavarov in the black and gray, your third man in the cage, referee Chris Molina.
All-star referee Chris Molina. That's the third athletic guy in there. We've seen Molina make some athletic moves in there.
Love when we see Chris Molina in the cage. Great referee, great fighter in his day. A stiff jab there from Cardenas. Moving well.
Ooh, good leg kick.
Looks like
Davoud is cutting him off real well here.
that's one thing I noticed right away. Tavarov has good footwork. Cardenas said he's going to be very comfortable standing and trading tonight. Something that he worked on extensively in camp with Alex Brown.
I like his jab, and I like how he's setting up that kick off the jab. I like when people set their shots up. I don't like kicks without a setup, just like I don't like takedowns without a setup. So when I see people doing this, you can tell their fight IQ is high, and I'm always impressed when I see this, especially at this level.
You're seeing great counter work from Cardenas. That's something that he takes great pride in. Told me to keep an eye on my counters tonight. You see he's backing up a little bit, but don't take that as a sign of weakness. He's backing up for a reason. A counter puncher has to back up.
Ooh.
A spinning back kick there from Tavarov. Very rarely lands, but it found the mark there on Cardenas' midsection.
That was impressive. Good stuff out of both of these guys early here.
Tavarov catches that leg kick and follows it up with a right hand of his own.
Oh,
nice right
big
hand there
right
from
hand.
Tavarov. Finds its mark. Both fighters finding success early here in round number 1.
I'd like to see Cardenas get off the cage a little bit more here.
Both fighters using a jab, which I'd like to see. Touched on that, David, about how they set up their punches with jabs, whether it's a front kick or the standard jab there as Cardenas lands one on the money.
It's nice to see the jab being used, because one of the knocks years ago about MMA striking was that the jab seemed to be a lost art. Now you see a lot of guys in MMA have gone to their boxing and really learned to use that jab, and it's a very, very effective weapon in MMA. I believe it is the starting point for just about everything. And both these guys are using it very well.
Nice there, stick and move there from Cardenas. Lands a jab, follows it up with a left hook, and spins out of the Tavarov's lead right. Some good footwork early on there from Cardenas.
Ooh, Tavarov is swinging that
You know what Tavarov said right there? I don't need a jab. I'm going to throw a windmill right hand a la Deontay Wilder, and goes in for a takedown here at the end of round number 1, and he secures it.
That was very nice.
Back and forth action here at Triton Fights 13.
Impressive first round. I'd have to give that one to Tavarov there.
And right now we're going to throw it to our third man here on the broadcast team. Curran Badia is standing by ringside.
We are at the space in Westbury. They love their MMA here. The fans are piling in. This is one of the most stacked Triton cards we've had. We have names like Kareem Klein. He's always in good fights. Jason Downer, a.k.a. Jamaica Funk. He usually finishes his opponents in 1 round. Eric Blood Axe. He is a great pro kickboxer. But the biggest fight of the night is our main event. Ibrahim Kali is fighting Ryan Jarina. Ryan Jarina is one of the best fighters in Triton history. He's 5-0, but he has not fought in 1 year. Ibrahim Kali, he's fought 4 times in 2019. Let's see how that fight plays out. Back to you, Dan.
Thank you, Curran, getting us hyped up for a absolutely stacked fight card here. All things culminating with our 2 title fights. Ryan Jarina and Ibrahim Kali fight for the welterweight title in our main event. And in the co-main, Dylan Mantello takes his perfect record into the cage with Jaquan Wilder. We got a great one here right in front of you here on BR Live. The catchweights, Freddie Cardenas in the red corner, Duvad Tavarov in the blue. Round one had a lot of great action in it, Dave. Back and forth stuff.
That was a good first round. You know, a lot of good, even exchanges on the feet, but I would say that the first round probably went to Tavarov just based off that takedown at the end. And the ring control here.
He's doing a great job, Tavarov, of cutting off the ring. Not only is it when he cuts off the cage, he's able to land. Nice counter there from Cardenas. We're seeing something to start to play out here, some themes here. Tavarov's going to be the aggressor. He's going to come in, and Cardenas is fine fighting off his back foot, landing those counters. But can you win a fight counterpunching, Dave?
You know, if you're going to counterpunch, I'm not a big fan of doing it off the cage. I wouldn't want to be backed onto the cage. You know, you limit your movement, and you allow to be on the back end of a grappling exchange. I would rather see him take the center of the cage and use his movement and plant his feet if he's going to use that counter game.
Duvad Tavarov, 21 years old. He fights out of the fighting city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Told us he wants that title shot. Tell you what, he looks pretty game tonight. Taking the action here to Cardenas in round number 2.
We're seeing a much improved Tavarov here from his first fight in Triton as well. You can tell he went back and polished up his striking and his overall game. And his composure is really something else this time around.
One of those fan-friendly fights, one of those TV-friendly fights where both fighters are willing to stand and trade. Not a lot of action on the ground. We had a quick takedown from Tavarov at the end of round number 1, which probably secured the round for him. But it's mostly been fought here, standing.
Oh.
I'm telling you, one of these moments, Tavarov's going to find a home for that right hand. As he's barking out at him.
Starting to get chippy in there. Cardenas, if he's going to counter, he's going to have to plant his feet at some point. He's moving a lot, but he's moving backwards.
30 seconds here in round number 2. We're scheduled for 3 140-pound catch weight. Looking like more and more this fight's being controlled by Tavarov, who lands a great right hand on the chin of Cardenas.
Tavarov is coming forward, and he's getting busy behind that jab. And, his second and third shot now are starting to land. That wasn't the case in the first round. Oh, shot by Cardenas and sprawled and shut down by Tavarov.
Beautiful takedown defense from Tavarov. He's really finding his rhythm here as round number 2 comes to a close. I have this fight 2 rounds to nothing for Tavarov. I think he's been able to be the aggressor. Secured that takedown in round number 1. Round number 2 was more of the same. A lot of aggression from Tavarov coming forward. How do you have it, Dave?
I'm going to agree with you. I got a 2-0 for Tavarov. He's had the ring control, and he's landed the clean shots, and he's got the takedown.
Take a look at some of the action there from round number 2, brought to you by UHR. And it was a lot of Tavarov coming forward, finding his mark as Cardenas starts to slow down a little bit. He's not going to be able to counterpunch, leaving himself open. If you're Cardenas here, almost got to go for the kill, no?
Yeah, the counter game is not going to work when you're down 2-0. You've got to get busy, and he's got to get himself off the cage. He's been backed up the entire fight. He's got to come forward. He's got to take back some of that real estate in the cage, and he's got to start putting his combinations together and not let Tavarov walk him down.
Third and final round underway here between Duvad Tavarov in the black and gray, Freddie Cardenas in the black and gold. A fight controlled by Tavarov through the first 6 minutes. We'll see how these final remaining 3 play out. If you're Cardenas, you got to go for broke here. You got to switch up your style, switch up your game plan. No longer can you fight off that back foot. Might have to start bringing the action to Tavarov, which could play into Tavarov's hands.
Well, already he's coming forward a little bit more, and he's busier on his jab, so this is a good sign.
Huge right hand misses the mark there from Cardenas. At least he's going for broke. A lot of times you see fighters that are down on the cards and they simply don't let their hands go. There it goes again. Tavarov cutting off the cage, stalking Cardenas,
Ooh.
Looking for that big right hand. That finds a mark. It could be all over for Cardenas.
Cardenas, you know, he's circling well, but like you said, he's getting cut off by Tavarov. He's got to get off that cage.
Nice right.
There we go.
Crisp
Now
right.
the counter's coming.
Nice counter there from Cardenas. Follows it up with an inside leg kick. Showing a little bit more here in round number 3. Still retreating.
You know, Tavarov, that jab is really, really setting everything up for him. He's landing very well. No respect on the leg kick.
Tavarov just like a fly was bothering him. Just dismissed that leg kick.
Nice right hand. It appears like Tavarov is aware of the score here.
He's got his hands down. He's barking at Cardenas.
Almost begging him to come in and fight.
Well, this is not Cardenas' game. He's a counterpuncher. He's a slick counterpuncher. He's in and out. 1 minute here. Final minute. What has been a great opener here. Triton Fights 13.
Tavarov you can see the focus in his eyes. He has not blinked this whole fight.
Tell you what, he came in saying he wanted the title fight.
Oh, there's a guillotine there at Cardenas.
Look at this. Tavarov got a little ahead of himself here. Things got interesting here with the final 30 seconds. Cardenas cranking it.
Very nice sweep onto the full mount.
Oh,
this is tight.
Wow, this is interesting, folks. 20 seconds here.
Cardenas,
he's giving the thumbs up.
He's got to get his hips back.
15 seconds.
He's got to get that hit back. Oh, that was
this
close.
Is it.
Oh,
got his back here. Can he finish him? Wow, he's got him here.
Wow, he could put him away here in the
5
final
seconds remaining. Freddy Cardenas going for broke. Wow, great stuff here at the Space at Westbury. We go to the scorecards. Freddy Cardenas needed that last barrage if he wants to win this fight. Great stuff.
Stuck his thumb out, even in the exchange, getting punched. Put his thumbs up to let the ref know he's okay.
Great first fight here at Triton Fights 13. Tell you what, if the rest of the 7 fights were like that, we're in for a treat tonight.
That was a very exciting 45 seconds to end that fight. High drama at the end.
High drama, that's what we like here at Triton Fights. Dave, before you go up to the cage and talk to the winner, take a look at the highlights here. Tavarov had his way for the first 2 rounds. But that final 30 seconds, if maybe those first 2 rounds don't go to Tavarov, could we see maybe a split decision win for Cardenas, or you think it was all Tavarov?
Anything can happen here. You never know what the judges are looking at. In my eyes, I don't think it was enough to give him the fight. But you never know with the judges. You never know.
Judges tabulating their scorecards right now. Will it be Freddy Cardenas moving on to 2-0? Or will Tavarov move on and get his first win and march on to a title shot that he really wanted? It's a beautiful building here. The Space at Westbury has housed the last 10 events here for us. Everyone's starting to fill up. Between Dylan Mantello, who fights in the co-main event, and Ryan Torino, who fights in the main event, this place is going to be absolutely bonkers for those 2 fights that are coming up in just a short bit. Also, we got a pro kickboxing feature, a little good versus evil. Ryan Castro, No Limit Kickboxing, coming up against the Blood Axe, Eric Olsen. But right now, we're going to throw it up to the center of the cage. Cyrus Fees.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 hard-fought rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for the decision. Judge 1 scores the fight 29-28, Cardenas. Judge 2 scores the fight 29-28, Tavarov. And Judge 3 scores the fight 29-28 for your winner by split decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, Dofun Tavarov.
All right, guys, I'm here with the winner, Tavarov, improving his record to 2-1. Got Harry there at the end.
Good shit, huh?
That was an exciting fight. It looked to me like you were in control for most of the fight, but those last 45 seconds, I saw you stick out your thumb to let Molina, the referee, know you were okay. That's a lot of confidence right there while you're taking shots.
Yeah. Same thing has happened, but I'm good. I'm a warrior. I'm never stop about it.
Well, it was an exciting fight. I know you said you want your title shot. You're looking for it next, 2-1. If you don't get the title shot, what's next for you?
Title. Where's the crease? Yo, where's my title? I'm waiting for it. Yeah. Hey, man. Okay. I wanted to say thank you, my coach MJ, Steve, and my big brother Thomas. Thank you for everything, guys.
Congratulations, Dovod. Give it up for your winner, Tavarov.
Tavarov really wants that title shot, and he might have got himself a new marketing plan with the thumbs up. Threw that thumbs up there at round number 3 when things were getting hairy. Great stuff from Tavarov. We're going to see him again in the cage. We're going to move forward with the action. Coming up next, a middleweight feature. Rob Rink and Victor Mena is coming up next here on Triton Fights 13.